Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is iHealth of where we talk about women's health, women's lifestyle, and women's development. I'm a physiotherapist and I stay in Nigeria. In today's video, we'll be talking about KEGELS exercises. What are KEGELS exercises? Why should I do KEGELS exercises? How often? How am I supposed to do it? Why should I do it? These are questions we'll be answering in today's video. So if you're interested, then let's get started. KEGELS exercises are exercises that help to strengthen the pelvic floor muscles. The pelvic floor muscles are the muscles that provide support for the pelvic organs. The pelvic organs include the bladder, the rectum, the uterus. Now, the pelvic floor muscles are like the base of this organ. If it's strong, then it provides support. When it weakens, then the organs can shift and sometimes can even droop. KEGELS exercises firstly helps to tone and strengthen your pelvic floor muscles. As we grow older, the pelvic floor muscles tend to weaken, and this can predispose you to having pelvic organ prolapse. This just means that the pelvic organs may shift or drop due to the weakness of the pelvic floor muscles. Now, a lot of things can cause this aside age, and there are more reasons that are peculiar to women, such includes pregnancy. When you're pregnant, your muscles relax, there's dilation, there's an expansion, and this can weaken the pelvic floor muscle because the pelvic floor muscle is carrying more than it usually carries due to the weight of the baby. Another reason is vaginal childbirth. It also expands the pelvic floor area and can weaken it. Other things that can weaken the pelvic floor muscle includes any surgery in the pelvic area, like an hysterectomy. Also, having diabetes or being obese can make you more likely to have a weak pelvic floor muscles. So you can say, oh no, I haven't done that, I'm not pregnant, I'm not this, but prevention is better than cure. So you need to learn how to strengthen and tone your pelvic floor muscles even before. So if you're trying to get pregnant, if you're pregnant, if you just gave birth, then you should do KEGELS exercises to strengthen your pelvic floor muscles. The second reason to have KEGELS exercise is bladder control. Now, the bladder is what stores urine, right? And then it passes out through the urethra, The urethra itself passes through the pelvic floor muscles. If the pelvic floor muscles are weak, then you might have some accidental leakage or urine leakage in that sense. So strengthening your pelvic floor muscle will help you to control your urine flow better. The third reason why you should do KEGELS is because of sexual performance. KEGELS exercises or increased strength of your pelvic floor muscle will help with orgasm, because weak pelvic floor muscles caused by quite a number of reasons, hysterectomy, postmenopausal, hormonal changes, can reduce your sexual pleasure. But when you strengthen your pelvic floor muscle, you can help the female arouser because it aids lubrication and it also aids blood flow to that area. So it can help you enjoy sex more. The last reason why you should do KEGELS exercise is that it can provide support for your back and can reduce low back pain. Yes, you got that right. When you do KEGELS over time, it helps with your postural support, and this plays a huge role in reducing low back pain in women. How to do KEGELS exercises? The first thing is to identify the pelvic floor muscles. That is the most difficult part. That's one of the reasons why people have to see a pelvic floor specialist or a physiotherapist to do KEGELS exercise. But I'll teach you how to identify your pelvic floor muscles. Now, to identify that muscle, try to pee. Go to the toilet, try to pee. While peeing, abruptly stop the flow of urine. You'll feel some muscle around your pelvic organ tense up and lift up. Now, that is the pelvic floor muscles. Holding your urine is bad practice, so you can't do that. You shouldn't do that always. Just do that once to know what muscles we're trying to work on. Now, you already have a mental picture of the muscle. It's time to get into KEGELS itself. It is advisable that you empty your bladder first. This is to avoid any form of discomfort, because you'll be working on the control of your bladder. Kegels exercises are not harmful. It's like a secret exercise. It's something that if you're doing well, nobody should know around you that you're doing Kegels exercises. Just contracting that little muscle around your pelvic area. Do not hold your breath while doing Kegels exercises. So what can help is that you count out seconds or you talk while doing it. So let's say you want to do it now, so just count 1, 2, relax. That will help you to not hold your breath, or ensure that you are not squeezing your abdomen. You're not squeezing your abdomen. It's just that muscle that controls the flow of urine. You can do Kegels while sitting. You can do Kegels while lying down. When you get used to it, you can even do it as part of your daily routine. You can be washing plates and then you do your Kegels. But for start, you have to be intentional about it. So now that we're ready to do our Kegels exercises, you can sit for start and just hold the muscle. You might not be able to hold it for a long period of time. Try to just hold the muscle. You'll feel like it's lifting up. So you feel like the muscle is contracting and then it's lifting up. So for start, just try to hold it and drop it. Hold it and drop. You see, I'm doing my Kegels right now and you wouldn't know. We have 2 types of pelvic floor muscles. We have the fast twitch muscle fibers. These are the muscle fibers that quickly shut off the urethra to avoid urine leakage. To exercise that muscle fiber, we have the fast contraction. So once you identify your pelvic floor muscle, you tighten it, lift it up, count 1 to 2 seconds and relax. Tighten your pelvic floor muscles, lifting it or lift it, count 2 seconds and relax. Then you can do that for 10 times, 10 repetitions. This will help the fast muscle fibers, fast twitch muscle fibers of your pelvic floor muscles. The second one is the long hold muscle contraction. This helps with the slow twitch muscle fibers. This helps with endurance, like you can hold your urine for long. Not that immediately you get the urge to use toilet, you have to run there. So this one helps with endurance. So once you identify your pelvic floor muscles, tighten it, lift it, then hold it. You can try to count 5 seconds. For starters, you might not be able to do 10 seconds stretch, but that's the end goal. So now that you're just starting, tighten the muscles, lift it, then count 1 to 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. That is you strengthening the slow twitch muscle fibers of the pelvic floor muscles to help with the endurance and the strength of the pelvic floor muscle. While you're doing your Kegels exercises, be careful not to tighten the muscles of your abdomen, your thighs, your back. Be relaxed as much as possible and just squeeze the pelvic floor muscles. Also, it shouldn't be painful. If it's painful, then you should stop immediately. For the repetition and the frequency, for the first and second week, hold for 5 seconds and relax for another 5 seconds and repeat that 5 times. From the third week, try as much as possible to hold your pelvic floor muscles for 10 seconds and relax, and then have that done 10 times. It is advisable that you have 2 sets of that in a day. That means you can decide to have that in the morning and at night. If you're very religious and dedicated to doing your Kegels exercises, and I can assure you that you will start seeing improvements within 6 weeks of carrying out these exercises. The same with other muscles. You can also strengthen it more by loading it. What do I mean by loading? That means you contract against resistance. So we have vaginal cones, we have vaginal weights that you can apply to strengthen the pelvic floor muscles more. Note, Kegels exercises at first will be very awkward, right? But it works. So ensure you start doing your Kegels today. Note, Kegels exercises are not for everyone. For some people, they have weak pelvic floor muscles, while for other people, they have tense pelvic floor muscles. I'll make another video where I'll be able to separate how you can know whether your pelvic floor muscles are weak or your pelvic floor muscles are tight. But Kegels is not for everyone. If your muscles are tight, then there's no point overworking an already tired muscle. I'll see you again next week, where I'm making a video on how to differentiate between a weak pelvic floor muscle and a tight pelvic floor muscle. I can't wait to be here again. See you. Bye.